I mean, we should be working here. I think we're having some audio issues. If you're listening to us on NFHS, we do apologize for those. All right, let's try this again. I think as Roanoke Catholic answers, we'll get those stats for you here in a little bit. I'm getting audio now much better here.
Okay.
So I think we're okay. Just need some people to let us know. But score is now 18-16. I missed a lot there trying to fix audio. Doug, do you know exactly what happened in the last 2 minutes?
They went back and forth and scored baskets.
Yeah, I like that. That's pretty much sums it up right there. Roanoke Catholic, Mason Williams with it, puts it over in the corner. Number 15, Aiden Brusler, as he knocks it down. Roanoke Catholic, their strategy's working right now, Doug. They're saying we're going to put up a lot of shots and we're going to make some and miss a bunch. And right now they got the lead.
Yeah, they've been still attempting a bunch of threes. They just made one there, but they really honestly haven't made very many. But it's creating long rebounds, and so now they're getting their fair share of those offensive rebounds, which is allowing them to get some easy putbacks as well. They just hit a mid-range jumper right before that. And Radford's been coming down the floor and not been able to finish on their shots, mostly mid-range type stuff and a few layups, but not been able to finish very much.
Yeah, you can't do that if you're the Bobcats. Have to attack the offensive boards. That's really where you can shine against this Roanoke Catholic team. You know, you got three. You can have the opportunity to have 3 guys on the floor taller than every player for Roanoke Catholic, and so you have to take advantage of that, and you have to get down the boards.
Yeah, and we need to really make an emphasis on getting it down to Brandon. Get Brandon in the post and get him the ball, or get posted up on his man down in the post, and get those short little layups down there. Brandon, like I said, in the last game was absolutely dominant. They had nothing for him. So I think that would be my strategy right now, as Essex comes in as well to be down in the post.
Score is now 19-18. Roanoke Catholic is leading. Bobcats were up. They were up 9-8 at the end of the first. They were up 5 as well just a couple minutes ago. And then we started having audio issues, and Roanoke Catholic kind of took over as Austin Nicely looks to answer. Roanoke Catholic just made a 3 to put themselves up 1. Bobcats took a timeout, and that's where we're at in the game now. Roanoke Catholic stolen here by Austin Nicely, looking to put it up, stops here, tries to get it to Lard, and it's turned over. So Roanoke Catholic going to put up another 3 here, looking to go in, and it doesn't. In and out for Roanoke Catholic.
Yeah, I think that strategy is not really working for them. They haven't hit very many of them. They are getting a lot of these easy transition down here, but if they make better passes, they would have some easy layups, and their passes are high or low. And again, this one created an easy transition basket for Noah Peck to put one right back.
Yeah, Bobcats leaving him pretty much wide open on the backside. You have to kind of watch that, as there's always going to be somebody around the rim as the Bobcats look to answer. Tyrell Hall gets his first field goal. And so the Bobcats still down by 1. But this Roanoke Catholic team are playing really well right now. Another 3 ball, no good. Bobcats got away with a shove underneath and ripped down the board.
Yeah, that it's interesting to me that shove this year has not called very much. I see it even on the varsity level.
And it should be, I think.
Yeah, absolutely, it should be. It's hard to see. That's the hard part of it, but it happens a lot more than it should, and I wish there was more of an emphasis on it.
It definitely gives one person the advantage over the other, especially when you have position, as Nicely knocks down the shot at the high post. Bobcats take the lead back 22-21 over Roanoke Catholic. Roanoke Catholic kick it in the corner, looking to score, attacking the basket here. as a charge is going to be called. How do you feel about that right there?
I thought he was a little bit not in the right position, so
Yes.
I think I would have called that a block.
I
Probably.
think so too. I think here, and here's the difference now, because you don't even have to be set to be, to get a charge anymore. But I felt that he was almost one step over too far to the left, so the guy kind of went around him. They definitely made contact, but
Yeah.
I think I would have called a block as well. But this is Bobcat Sports Live, and the Bobcats got favorable there. But on the other end, Roanoke Catholic gets a steal in transition. Number 31, Kyle Lemon, gets it to go, and he's fouled at the rim. So that didn't work out in the Bobcats' favor.
Not at all. He picked nicely, very clean at half court. And then Austin trying to make a play on the other end, got him across the head.
That's only the first team foul on the Bobcats this quarter, and that's Nicely's first foul as well. Bobcats with 36 seconds as the free throw is missed. Pace with it in transition, gets it up to Tucker Williams. Attack and Euro step. Shot is up, no good. Rebounded by Gaither for the Bobcats. Puts it right back up in. So that's his first field goal. And the Bobcats take the lead again. So back and forth we go. This is the third lead change in the last couple of possessions.
It's the advantage of a big guy getting down the floor and getting that easy way to get a cheap bucket is to just rush down there and hope for a rebound.
Stephen Walker with 8 seconds, dribbling to his left off the screen. 3 ball, no good. Rebounded, though, again by Roanoke Catholic. Only 3 seconds. He's stuck in no man's land. Puts it up. Got the rebound, but the shot isn't going to go off in time. So that is your score. It was 9-8 at the end of the first. Now, 24-23. Bobcats still leading by 1, but, the last time these two played, Bobcats won in a landslide. This is a lot different game.
Yeah, the other thing that happened in the last game was Roanoke Catholic came out in the second, really pretty much the fourth quarter, and ran a zone full court press, and that's how they got back in the game. I was a little surprised we didn't see that to start with, but I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing that in the second half as well to put more pressure on our guards.
Yeah, we'll be right back here with just a couple minutes before the second half starts to go over your first half and our thoughts on it, and then what the Bobcats need to do in the second half to come away with a victory. Again, Michael Davis, Doug Knipe on Bobcat Sports Live. And we're back, folks. If you're just tuning in, Bobcats leading Roanoke Catholic 24-23 at the half. Not a lot of fouls called. Interesting note here, Bobcats spent 1 minute in the locker room and were sent back out. Doug, do you have any thoughts on that, or just
My experience with this program tells me that Coach Little was not very happy with them and told them, I don't want to talk to you. Get back out there and go figure it out.
yeah, I mean, and I kind of agree with that. We spoke during the first half. The Bobcats did look a little flat. They weren't making the shots that I feel like they normally would make. They're turning the ball over a lot in the first half, which gave Roanoke Catholic a lot of opportunities to attack the basket because they're putting up a lot of threes. They're not making. They've only made 2.
Yeah.
But you could also argue at this point it's working for them. They're attacking the basket and they're putting up threes and they're down 1.
And they're getting the offensive rebounds. If I were Jeff, that would be or Coach Little, I should say, that would be my biggest frustration is don't let them have any of those rebounds. Even though it's difficult with threes because you're going to get long ones, but you need to be boxing out. If you're boxing out your man, they're not going to get those rebounds.
You're absolutely right. And, Dennis Rodman said it best, rebounding is effort and knowing how to rebound. It takes skill to actually rebound the basketball, and it takes effort. You have to want to rebound the basketball. And that's kind of lost in the game, in my opinion, in the last 10 years or so. And so the Bobcats are being out-rebounded tonight, and it's helping Roanoke Catholic, and they shouldn't be. Bobcats, again, 3 players taller than everyone for Roanoke Catholic. They're big man, not that big for Roanoke Catholic. So, but that being said, though, if you want to look at a positive here, because I like positives better than negatives, Bobcats do have a lot of people scoring. Austin Nicely with 3, Blake Farmer with 4, Tyrell Hall with 2, Luke Gaither with 2, Pace with 4, Brandon Ray with 2, and Brown with 2. So a lot of people have scored and touched the basketball tonight. On the other end, Kyle Lemons leading all scores with 6. Aiden hit a 3, and Kyle Lemon hit a 3. So they are taking a lot of threes. They've made a couple. But so if that's a positive, I look at that. A lot of people have scored for the Bobcats. It's not a one-man show out here.
Yeah, but I think the recipe for success for the Bobcats will be getting it underneath, getting the big guys in, underneath like Brandon.
Yep.
And Evan Pace has an advantage posting up over whoever's guarding him. So get those guys in the post and get them. Of course, this is coming from a guy who played his post his whole career in high school and felt like that's the way to start everything. Even if you don't have the shot, you can at least create some opportunities for somebody else.
Well, in my opinion, and I agree with that, inside out is how you play basketball. If you can score at will in the paint, it's going to open it up, because if you got a guy who can score whenever they want in the paint, you have to collapse on him, and then it opens up opportunities for threes. And so if you can go inside out, if the Bobcats can go inside out, they'll be very successful. And Brandon Ray, the last few games, really had dominant performances, and the Bobcats steamrolled teams basically, and that Floyd hit the game-winning 3. So he's had a good week, and so if the Bobcats can kind of work through him a little bit and go inside out, I think they'll be more successful. Bobcats here with the possession. They put up a shot early in the possession, as they do right there. They got the rebound, so it gave them a second chance look, and Blake Farmer knocks it down. He has 6 points.
And then we fail the transition basket. They get an easy look, but then miss the easy layup.
Yeah, should have went in right there.
Yeah. I'd like to see kids really go up strong when they have those, instead of trying to avoid a block or trying to be fancy with it. Just go up strong with it, force the foul, or make the shot.
Absolutely. Ray with it at the top, gives it to Gaither for the Bobcats, over to Pace, down low to Ray, and that's exactly what we wanted to see, but the Bobcats turn it over. Ray tried to get kind of cute with it, a little bounce pass to Pace. I don't hate the play there, but Brandon Ray just essentially has to either take his man or just give it to him.
Wholesale substitutions for the Bobcats.
Yeah, on the floor here, Lard, Tucker Williams, Tyrell Hall, Essex Williams, and Jacob Espinoza Lawson. And the Celtics turned it over with a long pass of their own. So 26-23, Bobcats leading with the basketball.
I suspect that substitution was probably some displeasure with how that first group was performing.
Yeah, usually when 5 guys come in and out, that's usually how that goes. We got to see where the sparks comes from.
Nice.
And Jacob Espinoza-Lawson gets his first field goal, drives baseline, and puts it in. I like the energy from this guy. He comes off the bench, and he's really fiery, plays good defense in the post, usually rebounds very well for the Bobcats, scores about 6 points a game, in my opinion. That's just a guess, but I really love his energy.
He always brings energy and passion. You can see it, and cheerleading his teammates along as well.
As the Celtics looking to take another 3 from the corner, no good. They had a chance to drive and just chose to give it up as the Bobcats get the rebound, but there's bodies on the floor, and Tucker Williams stepped out of bounds. Hey, 5 in, 5 out a minute ago, 5 in, 5 out right now.
I didn't pay attention, but I'm sure Coach Little was giving them an earful while they were on the bench.
As the Bobcats are up 28-23. Celtics with the basketball here as they get it inbounds. Pace is guarding Lemon right now at the top of the key. Lemon's trying to drive to his left, comes back right in the corner. First 3, Celtics, no good. In and out, but they get another offensive rebound and put it back up. That's 21 Adam. He has 3 points now, and the Celtics still getting second chance opportunities.
And somebody's getting substituted out because they weren't boxing out like they should have been.
Back door goes Ray. Ray gets it on the block. Just a little short there. Kind of got to go up strong with that.
No, he kind of was falling away and short-armed it. Again, go up strong with it. Either make the basket or get the foul, or both.
Demarie Brown checking in here for the Bobcats as the Celtics get it in. Bobcats putting on a little bit of man-to-man press as they're looking to break it here. Another corner 3. Good. I actually think his toe was on the line, but the official who is supposed to pay attention to that did not. And the Celtics get a 3, and that was Aiden.
It's like their strategy is get down the floor and they guys post up in the corner and they try and penetrate to the basket and then dish it out to those guys in the corner for the 3s. They've done that quite a few times.
It's the Alabama offense. That's what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, I watch it all the time in the SEC. It's tough. And if they're making them, it's going to be a tough night.
Yeah, that's one of the more higher percentage 3s is the top of the key and the corners. And so if you got statistics telling you can make those a lot, then why not?
Pace is going to go to the free throw line after he was fouled attacking the basket. So he knocks down his first, which gives the Bobcats the 1-point lead. As he attempts to make his second, and he does. So Pace, really good free throw shooter for the Bobcats. For the most part, all the Bobcats are pretty good free throw shooters.
Yeah, the JV team does really well for sure from the line. That just, again, talks to their skill levels. Because that's a JV skill that you don't typically see. I thought you were going to try and grab for that ball, but
I was typing at the same time, and
can't do more than one thing at a time.
I can't. No, I can't.
Okay.
And luckily, that's why I'm an official. So.
Okay.
So, and it hit the monitor. Luckily, nothing happened. But.
All right, Bobcats inbound at Farmer with it up top, hands it off nicely over the side, setting up the down screen, and then it's not there, so he's dribbles to the paint. Looking for Farmer, but Farmer wasn't open. Now he hands it off to Farmer. Reset. Trying to set up the post play. Here's Pace to the corner, to the middle. Banks it in off the glass.
I love that. Pace using his speed, just attacking the basket as it was tipped out of bounds by Pace on the other end. So he's all over the floor right now. He also has 8 points, leading all the Bobcats, 32-28. And I like it. Head of steam, off the glass, it goes in.
And bringing the energy back on the defensive side, almost getting the steal on this side.
He almost looks effortless, too, when he moves around the floor. It's like he's not trying sometimes. And we said that the other day about his brothers, but, man, it really is nice to see as the Celtics get in the corner, and a foul is going to be called as number 31 hit the floor, Kyle Lemon, after making basically a side-to-side pass all the way across the floor. Pace knocked him down. So that'll be his first team foul number 1. Celtics inbound, attack the basket. It's blocked there by the Bobcats, and Pace in transition, just saying, I'm going to take it all away. Takes the contact, gets it to go, and he's going to go to the free throw line. That's how you attack the basket. You hold the ball, you take your contact, and then put it up.
Yeah, and talking about effortless, he flew down the court and outran 3 of their guys to get to the basket almost without even them touching him.
Yeah, he now has 10 points tonight. 2:49 to go. Celtics take a timeout. Now that we had 5 in, 5 out, and I think the Bobcats have got the jitters out of the way in this one. They started off a little slow. If you're the Bobcats, what do you continue to do here? I know what I would do. I'd just keep attacking the basket. Is there anything you think they should do differently?
It seems like Roanoke's not able to do anything to prevent the penetration to the basket. So, yeah, I would keep setting those. I would keep doing, I don't know what we call the offense where we're setting the picks and rolling up top. But whatever that offense is, I would keep running it and let either Pace or Austin or Tyrell get there and either make the basket, make the floater, make the bank shot, or dish it off to Brandon or somebody in the corners.
I would think the girls call that just straight motion, setting the picks and then coming up, right, getting the basketball, moving the ball.
Yeah, I'm not sure what our play call is for that. I don't think it's quite motion. Motion, I think, is more of a sort of a what I call a 5-out offense for us, but I don't know that for sure.
Yeah, I think the two interesting plays we've run for years is, up and down.
Yeah.
Pretty simple concepts, but they're so effective.
Oh, yeah.
Especially that backdoor cut. Just essentially screen the back and get a man open underneath the basket. It's a really nice play. But if you watch the film on it, you can easily defend it. But how many teams watch film nowadays as Brendan Ray gets a rebound off the miss, puts it in. And so Brandon Ray showing you why he needs to have 2 guys on him at once. He has 4 points, extending the lead to 8 for the Bobcats. Celtics 4 guys behind the 3-point line right now as they were looking to get some open threes. Couldn't get them, so they're going to reset here. Lemon with it, being guarded by Pace. He's dribbling to his left, comes back right in the corner for 3 as the Celtics, and it's no good. If I'm the Celtics, you haven't made a lot of these. I liked it early, but I look to attack the basket a little more.
Yeah, I think they've got to because they're not making very many, and now we're rebounding the ball. It seems like preventing those offensive rebounds.
Gaither going to be called for a travel here as he had the rebound there, and the ball kind of got stuck on his shoulder, and he kind of ran with it.
Yeah, I would have probably not called that as a walk, but it didn't feel like he had control.
He did not have control. In fact, the fans got on the other night. I think it was the Carroll County game when a guy had a similar instance, and the official's literal motion was, which means he has no control of the basketball, so he can't travel with it.
Radford comes out in a zone
right
full
there?
court. They called him Luke being out of bounds. Luke anticipated the pass, passed it away when he caught it before he touched out of bounds, but they called him out of bounds.
Too, yeah.
He made actually, I thought, a really great play.
1:57 to go here in the third. Roanoke Catholic trying to get it across the midcourt. They do. Steven with it, attacking the high post, gets it out. 3 ball by Roanoke Catholic, no good. I'd like to see 24 get on the post as the Celtics rebound, and it's going to be actually a foul on the Celtics. Lay that one down for us, Doug. What did you see about that?
So what I saw was the Austin Nicely doing a really good job of blocking out the Roanoke Catholic player. Let's see, it was Stephen Walker jumped up in the air, and Austin kind of kept pushing, so kind of knocked his feet out from underneath him. So that's a tough one to call either way.
That is. I feel like if we're watching college, that almost go to a review and say Nicely was fouled or would be the foul giver as Gaither gets it because he essentially undercut him in the air, even though you have the box out there. But this is high school and there's no film, no review here. As a foul is going to be called on the Celtics again in transition. Or no, on the Bobcats, excuse me.
Yeah. Had Mason Williams driving down. He kind of pushed off with his arm, got down the floor, and then Essex put both hands on him and kind of gave him a little shove. Fans behind us getting a little rowdy.
Yeah. Oh, the coach and the official there kind of got into it, but I don't know about how many people were on the floor. And
He's looking at Walker, who was the one that got kind of undercut.
yeah,
I don't know if maybe he's looks like
he's
maybe
holding his head a little
Yeah.
bit. As nicely tries to get a steal there. Really nice play by him. We do have a trainer in the building, so if he needs him, can always walk over there. But you definitely have to ask for him. 1:20 to go. Bobcats are leading
He's
by
looking
10.
comfortable right now.
He does look very comfortable. That's his style, you know. Celtics attacking the paint. Blocked by Pace.
Wow.
Almost sent it through the rafters.
He was trying to go to the concession stand. He just missed the door.
1:13 to go. Pace. This is the energy the Bobcats should have started the game with, Doug.
Yeah.
They're really rebounding the basketball. They're showing you defensively why they should be up 50 right now. As Celtics get another shot blocked, that one by Essex, I believe. And the Celtics will inbound. Bobcats have a sub here. Number 12, Tyrell Hall checking back in. Usually has a really good night for the Bobcats. Not a lot of scoring right now. Loves to take that mid-range jumper.
I don't think he's been in as much to get into a good rhythm.
As the Celtics take a timeout. That's going to be, looks like a 30-second timeout. So we're just going to stay right here. If I'm the Celtics, though, I'm not saying you abandon their strategy because it worked pretty well in the first half. But now that the Bobcats, like you said, are out rebounding, out physical, out hustling you, if you're them, what would you do to change it up a little bit?
I might keep the same scheme, but I might fake the three and try and do the dribble penetrate because we're going to, since they're taking so many, probably go out to try and defend it, and then makes an easier lane to get into the penetrate to the lane.
Celtics do get the opportunity to inbound underneath their basket. 1 minute to go here in the third. Again, Bobcats are leading by 10 as they're going to inbound here. Guys spread all the way out. They try to get it in the corner. Pace knocks it out of play. So good hustle there by Pace as they'll get to inbound. This is a tough spot to inbound from on the side corner. You can almost take 3/4 of the court out if you stand correctly. Gaither's guarding him. Pace steals it in midair, somehow stays in bounds, and the Bobcats get an easy bucket, and the Celtics coach is kind of losing his mind over there. He looked out from here. But.
If he establishes himself back in bounds.
Correct. If the ball never goes out of bounds, he never touches it out of bounds.
Right.
Yes, correct. But that's tough.
I don't know if there's a rule about he just got a technical argue in that one. But I don't know if there's a rule about can you be the first one to touch it when you come back in. But I think in basketball
you can.
Yeah.
In high school, I think there is something though. I thought there used to be in college about like guys would go underneath the basket and come back in on the other side. I think there used to be, but I think you're good now. I don't know that for sure. I'd have to look that up, but I know in football you cannot.
Yeah.
That's a flag and a hat, by the way, in case for those wondering at home, as Blake Farmer will step to the free throw line to take these technical shots here as he makes the first. That's kind of demoralizing, though, if you're the Celtics. I know you're trying to fight for your guys there, but it'd be different if you were down 3 or 4, and that happened. But now, with those 2 free throws made, they're down 14 points.
Yeah, I think one of the other things they're doing is every inbounds pass goes to 31. So with Pace, our best athlete on them, they need to probably look at something else other than just going straight to him because Pace was anticipating it, found a fast route to it, and took it away from him really fast. So, they need to probably change some things up there for themselves.
Bobcats with it. Pace at the top of the key, just inside the three-point line as he's going to get fouled there by number 31. Kind of gave him a little bit of a bear hug there as he was going for the ball. So I think there's 2 shots here coming for Pace because that is the 5th foul of the period. And if you're just somehow just now catching the season, now once you hit 5 fouls in a quarter, you go to the free throw line. And we've talked about that a lot, and I'm not a huge fan. You're right. There is no room for 1-and-1s. And so it's hard to get a game back.
Yeah, it makes it really difficult to come back, which, in theory shortens the game. But I like the idea of having a chance to come back.
Absolutely. I mean, you should almost, and maybe this should be more of a college thought because they still do have 1-and-1s, but if you're a 50% free throw shooter, I should be able to punish you with that by putting you at the free throw.
Yeah, but force them to sub you out with somebody that's better. Or
right. As a foul's going to be called on the floor on the Bobcats. I believe that was on Tyrell Hall. That's his first. So team foul number 4. So one more, and the Celtics will go to the free throw line here as they go into number 32 on the block. Turnaround jumper, no good. Should have used the glass, Doug.
You're right. Never fails. Another foul on 31 here on Pace.
Pace is really giving the Celtics a hard time in this third period.
Yeah, he's. I have him with 10 points already in this quarter alone.
Wow.
And going to the line for 2 more.
And that one's good by Pace. Pace, I'll wait 1 second. As the Celtics making some substitutions. 21 coming in. Adam, I would have had him in a little sooner. I thought he rebounded pretty good in the first half and attacked the basket pretty good. As Pace knocks him down, he is perfect from the free throw line tonight. In fact, I think the Bobcats are perfect from the free throw line unless I missed something.
I think we missed one.
Okay, didn't write it down then. That was probably on purpose by me.
No bad karma.
Celtics attacking. Another foul here called on the Bobcats. We went from, I believe, maybe 4 fouls in the whole first half to about 14 here in the second.
You're right. I didn't even notice that.
Quarter.
We didn't even get close to the bonus in the first half.
No. Number 32, Mason Williams at the free throw line. Knocks that one down.
Pace was complaining a little bit about a push off by 32. He pushed off earlier in the game, so I don't know if that happened on that or not.
And that one's no good. Tipped out by Jacob Espinoza-Lawson. He tried to kick it in, which would not have counted if he saved it. It would have been Celtics ball either way, but that was kind of pretty funny if you're.
It was a good effort. Like, in volleyball, you can actually kick the ball and keep it in play. Basketball, not so much.
As that has, in my opinion, has to be a hook on 32 there. They call it on Pace, but Pace had his arm in front of Williams, and Williams had his arm hooked. But that is going to be the third foul on Pace either way. That's actually, in my opinion, kind of a smart play by Williams.
Yeah, get the best player. I've always been. I don't know that Radford. I see us do this enough, in my opinion, is taking advantage of foul trouble, so to speak. The team gets a guy with 3 fouls out there, go right at him on offense, and try and get that fourth one on him and get him out of the game, or even if he's got the fourth, get the fifth.
That's a good segue because Carroll County's shooter the other night had 4 fouls with 4 minutes to go in the game.
Yeah.
And we never attacked him in the chest. But, again, easy to armchair quarterback the next day. So
it's always one of the things I think about a lot when it's just you're putting them in a position to have to make the play. And most times you're going to win that battle if you can do it.
Austin nicely attacks the paint, and he's going to get fouled. So a lot of fouls here as that's the first foul on Ryan for the Celtics. So he'll have 2 shots coming with 0.9 seconds left in the third as he knocks down the first. Not going to have a whole lot of time if you're the Celtics after this make here as he knocks that one down. So they get it in,
there.
Heave it. That was pretty close to going in.
Yeah.
That would have been really nice. All right. We got a quarter to go. JV Bobcats leading Roanoke Catholic 48-30. What a great quarter there by the Bobcats. We're going to talk about that quarter and the rest of your game when we come right back. This is Michael Davis, Duck Knight on Bobcat Sports Live. And we're back here, folks. Bobcats leading 48-30. Doug's got a stat for you on how good Pace Prelude's been tonight.
So he has a total of 19 points for the game is what I have him with, unofficially, of course.
Of course.
But he ended up with 12 points in that quarter alone, which we talked about needing a spark, needing some energy, and he definitely supplied that to get the Bobcats going.
Absolutely, both on the offensive and defensive end. And as he checks out for basically the first time in the last quarter, on the floor, Lard nicely, Hall, Ray, and Gaither as Hall attacks, puts a shot up, no good, tipped out of bounds by Ray. And so it will be Celtics basketball. Bobcats setting up here in a little bit of a man-to-man press. No, a little zone action.
Zone, yeah, a little full three-quarter.
In the corner as the Celtics are looking to attack. And that's kind of what you could need, but just a bad inherent pass that was tipped by the Bobcats. Lard with it on the right side of the floor, had a good opportunity for an open three, didn't take it. Hall now with it, dribbling in front of the Bobcat bench. Gets it to Ray in the post, and Ray says, I'm going to do big boy things. But, again, kind of weak on the finish.
Yeah, just didn't – kind of lost his balance a little bit, wasn't able to get up strong.
As the Celtics miss another three here, as nicely brings the ball down over to Gaither in the corner, back to nicely, and it's tipped, stolen away by the Celtics, and they get a bucket in transition. So Kyle Lemon with a bucket as the Celtics down 48-32, trying to find some life here. And if they could stop the Bobcats here and get a rebound, as they do, and get a score, they're looking to score. Outlet pass, shot is up, no good, but he's going to go to the free throw line. This is the spark you need if you're the Celtics.
Yeah, I always like sometimes when the energy's low to go into some sort of pressure, either man-to-man or a trapping zone type pressure. It tends to get the players energized trying to make the steal and going after it, so it tends to raise the energy level quite quickly, and it seems to be working for Roanoke.
Lemon to the free throw line. That looks good. Pace back on the floor, though, as well as Essex Williams and Blake Farmer for the Bobcats.
We were struggling a little bit with the athleticism on their traps, so I think getting Pace back in there was a good idea.
That's a great idea.
It's always good to have Pace on the floor.
Yeah. No pun intended.
Right.
Or pun intended. Lemon. Second shot is no good, just short off the front of the rim. Rebounded, tip to Brendan Ray. Farmer has it up to nicely as they're going to bring the ball across the floor.
We're going to continue this up half-court pressure, trying to do traps in the corners up top. It leaves Brandon wide open. And a reach-in foul on 32. I kind of thought he got the jump ball or should have got the jump ball.
I agree with that 1,000%. He ripped in there and threw the ball away. I don't even know what you could have called the foul on, as all he did was reach in and grab the ball.
Yeah, I think I don't know that he had a good position to make that call, so he just anticipated it probably, but it looked pretty clean to me.
I agree, and it's easy to do. We do it a lot in football. We anticipate, a block that's not legal or a hold or something like that, but you can't do that. You got to call what you see, as Brendan Ray just attacks the block, and he's going to go to the free throw line. As I was worried that a Celtics player was about to get teed up himself. He was kind of arguing with the official a little bit, but he let it go. Probably the nice thing to do if you're the official. Just let it go and talk to him later,
Yeah,
48-33.
Yeah, as a player, it's you got to be a lot more careful than a coach. They give
Absolutely.
the coach a lot more leeway than I personally see a lot of stuff that happens with players with officials that I think I know with my dad being an official in high school, he would have never put up with that. He would have, as soon as they did whatever they did, he would have said, he would have either teed them up and sometimes I've seen him have that conversation with them, but most of the time, especially depending on how animated they are, he will go ahead and give them the technical.
As Ray missed both of his free throws there, here come the Celtics looking to attack as a travel is going to be called. I thought, if anything, it has to be a jump ball there because, the ball got stopped coming through the air, which would have given the Celtics another possession if it was a jump ball called. So, but Pace on the other end looking to attack. He dribbles it back out, passed it nicely dribbling to his right. 4:49 to go. Bobcats leading 48-33. Over to Farmer in the corner. Passed up the open look. Gives it to Pace. Pace to Ray in the corner from three. Short. Rebounded by Pace. Goes up with it. And he's fouled off the glass. 50-33. Pace goes back to the free throw line.
I like our patience there. We had several open threes that we turned away and kind of kept passing the ball around. Of course, Brandon takes it, and then Pace gets the rebound and draws the foul.
I love that move there by Pace because 9 times out of 10, especially a guy who's getting up and down the floor, would just watch the ball go up as he knocks that one down, would just watch the ball go up and try to get back on defense. He said, no, I'm going to follow this, and I'm going to get the rebound, and he got rewarded for the effort. Brandon Ray gets a steal, and here come the Bobcats. Pace in transition, going to take it all the way. Up and under the defender, almost toyed with him a little bit, stutter stepped, and he gets another point for the Bobcats, 53-33. It's been the Pace show here in the second half.
There's Essex beating them down the floor. Easy basket, misses it. And who's there for the rebound? Pace. He's already got 7 points in this quarter. I think maybe all 7 points.
All 7 points by Pace in this quarter. Phenomenal game by him. Has to be game of the year for him as the Bobcats get called for a foul on the shot. So just under 4 to go. And Williams will go to the free throw line for the Celtics. That's a foul on Espinoza Lawson. That's not Espinoza Lawson. That's on Austin Nicely. I thought I heard that from the announcer. Sorry. He wasn't even on the floor. So it could have been on him, Michael.
Yeah, Pace is just, these baskets Pace is getting, a lot of them are just hustle plays. They're just getting down the floor, getting open, that one fast break, getting down there and just beating them down the floor. The other thing I see with him, there's two other things I was thinking about with him the other night was he has really good hands. The ball, when it hits his hands, he doesn't lose it. It tends to stick. And the other thing was his vision. He has exceptional vision in every game, although I can't say I can pick one out this game, but just about every game he has a pass that's just like, wow. That was close to it right there.
As he just found, he was kind of trapped down there on the block as he found the cutter, Essex Williams, who puts it off the glass and gets it in. He hit him with a bounce pass. As the Celtics knock down a 3 of their own. So if they get a steal in transition, they're down 20, though, as they're attacking. As a no call there is going to be on the charge of the block as bodies are fighting for the rebound, and Tyrell Hall and Williams are kind of getting into it here with their mouths only.
And they got the wrong guy on the line. 32 is not shooting. It's supposed to be 21.
32 is going to try to get to the line, though. He was
like,
dude, get over.
The Floyd trick on him.
Yeah. And he's kind of arguing with his team right now, too.
Yeah.
That's a tough look. Adam knocks that one down. As Hall will go to the bench for the Bobcats, and Tucker Williams will come in for him.
I like that Coach Little took Hall out, let him calm down, keep our guys calm. Don't let the emotions get too much. Misses a second. Farmer with the rebound. Gets to the top to Williams. Williams loses it.
Celtics attacking there in transition. And that's how they started the game. They were getting some steals and attacking, and it kind of fell off there in this third period. And here come the Bobcats up to Pace. Pace tried to go for a bounce pass. It was kicked. And so still will be Bobcat basketball on underneath. I guess it's supposed to go underneath.
It's close enough.
It's true.
Nicely comes in. Giving Tucker Williams a break.
Bobcats inbound to Ray on the block. Ray gives it off to Pace. Prelo. And he knocks it down. Does he have 30 points yet?
He's getting there. I have to get the calculator out now.
We're out of finger and toe room as Farmer attacks on the other end. He got hit in the head a little bit, but he gets that to go. I believe he now has 12 as the Celtics take a three.
I have Pace at 28.
28. I'd like to see him get to 30 as Farmer puts a shoulder into the defender. Step back, jumper. It goes 63-40. Bobcats really take control of this fourth period as Pace commits a foul there on the shooter.
That'll be his fourth.
He's got to be careful. I want him to get to 30 first.
Yeah.
Leave him out there, Coach.
I think he's coming out.
Coming out there too, but man, 30 would have been really nice.
Oh yeah, you imagine? I don't think I might have scored 30 once in my life in a high school game. I know I had 29 once.
Oh, so close.
Yeah. I know that was always Alex's goal was to get a game score more than I did. I think he got 27 one time. But
mass substitutions by both teams. Jacob Espinoza-Lawson on the floor, Tucker Williams, Blake Farmer, and Tyrell Hall back in, as well as Demarie Brown for the Bobcats. As that free throw goes in for the Celtics. Still full court press. Bobcats breaking it. Farmer with it. Looking to see what he can do with it. He said, I'll just take it. No, he didn't take a three. He wanted to. Up and under goes Hall. Rebounded by the Celtics. Bodies flying everywhere. And here they come. 3-ball up and good by the Celtics. Kyle Lemon, his second three-pointer. They call it a 2?
I missed it. I thought it was a 3.
I thought it was 2.
Should have been.
I'm writing it down as a 3.
Yeah, that's what I wrote too. Now I think he's their leading scorer by far. I've got him with let's see.
Got him with 12. Where are you at?
I've got him with 17.
Oh, I did miss a lot working with that audio. I'll just throw my stats out the window. No one's here to listen to me. They're all here to listen to you, Mr. Knipe, anyway. So it doesn't matter. But, man, I'm excited for the varsity game tonight. You saw the 2 play last time. Bobcats lost by 8. And we got some stats for you on that next game coming up in our pregame show. But, Mr. Knipe, what are you going to do if you're the Bobcats? How do you come away with a victory this time at home?
Do not turn the ball over. That's the big key. And it tends to be every game that way. We were up going into halftime and started out the second half and third quarter and turned the ball over many times. And not just, them forcing turnovers, us making bad plays, bad passes that cause us to lose possessions. And you just can't do that in a tight ball game especially.
So key number 1, don't turn the ball over.
Yep.
Any other keys for them besides don't turn the ball over?
Guard, they have 2 guys that are shooters. I would make sure we got our best defenders on those. I'm sure we will. But 2 guys that can shoot threes, and they got hot in the second half as well as us turning the ball over. And that was kind of the big difference. When they started draining threes, it made it really difficult.
We got a sub here for the Celtics. You said put your best defenders on them. I have an opinion who our best defender is. If you had to pick a guy, though, because you're a stats guy, who is probably our best defender?
Ooh, that's a good question.
I think so, too. I have 2 guys in mind, mainly 1, though.
I need to see a roster to think about it.
I got one for you.
Yeah, Sincere's probably one of them.
Yep.
And it's not just athlete. It's also just how they how they do it along with the team.
I have another guy in mind.
So, I mean, for sure, Sincere's one. I like Corion as well. And depending on the big guy, I like Max.
Yeah.
You know, Max, like he struggled with the kid from Carroll just because of his size. But if the guy is not as quite as tall or not quite as athletic, I think Max can hang with the best of them with just his athleticism. But I don't think Max will be guarding one of those guys. Those guys will be guards.
No.
So I would say it's probably going to be Mackay and Sincere maybe.
I would, I think a guy underrated sometimes defending is DeHart Lewis.
Yeah.
I think he brings a lot of energy on the defensive end. And he's not a guy who typically will score 20 points a night, but he does bring energy. And so I like that about him.
Yeah, and he's got a good basketball IQ. That's the other thing I like about him. I had him on my I had most of those, at least the seniors and a few of the juniors on the AAU team, and really high IQ for DeHart Lewis. That you just, as a coach, you absolutely love to have that.
Some confusion on whose ball it was. We had one official say it was Celtics, but it did go off the Celtics' leg, so they worked that out and got that figured out.
Oh, we'll toss in easy back. Oh, backboard.
That's
Lawson got the quick inbounds right under the basket, and then tried to put the soft touch on the front of the rim and came up way short.
I think we're going to put that in his locker.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Just right in his locker, backboard.
Yeah.
Use the backboard. Because there's been about 3 shots today, and especially over the last week, a few that just, if you use the backboard, probably would go in.
Yeah. Fundamentals.
Bobcats looking to take a lot of time off the clock. Williams with it here. 30 seconds to go. Demarie Brown gets the field goal.
Really good penetration by Tucker.
It was. Celtics get off a shot. No good. Rebounded by Jacob Lawson. Here are the Bobcats. From the Bobcats, I just hold this thing. Don't do anything crazy. Doesn't look like the Celtics are going to let them, but you just hold it out and dribble it out, and that's what they're going to do. And that's kind of going to be your ball. Okay. That's going to be your ball game here. 65-45. We're going to stay right here and let you know your stats. Doug is going to have your leading scorers for the Bobcats. 2 guys, basically. Blake, Farmer, and Pace.
Yeah, Blake put a run on there. Got several good transition baskets. I have him ending up with 12 points on the night, and then Pace finishes with 28. What a night!
Wow,
for Pace. A lot of those just hustle baskets, either beating them down the floor, easy rebounds, getting in the lane, getting the pass in the lane, and being able to put it up, and quite a few free throws. I have him with 7, 8 made free throws too. So big chunk of those were getting those fouls.
Yeah, as we're getting ready to turn it over to the varsity, Doug Knipe's major keys: don't turn the ball over and defend.
Yep. Yeah, like I say, there's two players that really were instrumental in Roanoke Catholic hitting a bunch of threes there in the second half against us. So if we can defend them, I think we have a chance to keep them from scoring, which is our MO.
Absolutely. And again, Doug, thank you so much for joining me. Hopefully you're going to join me again at some point this year.
Yeah, should be. Well,
especially in the playoffs, maybe.
We'll see. Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, good. Thank you so much for joining us for the JV contest. Bobcats won big, 65-45 over Roanoke Catholic. We're going to the varsity contest where I think they can pull it out. Something you don't know, Doug, we are now in for the varsity contest. If you're still here, you're going to be able to hear a Radford student with me tonight.
Oh, nice.
Jake Farmer, the wrestler.
Oh, yeah.
So he's joining me tonight, and we're going to have a good time and just kind of talk basketball and kind of do the same thing. So I'm excited about it.
Yeah, one of the things I was thinking about, I went back and listened to the audio from the other night, was trying to encourage somebody else that wants, if you don't have to know anything about basketball, just come and talk and tell what you see.
Yeah.
It's actually a lot of fun. There's nothing to be nervous about doing it. Just come have fun and come talk, have conversation.
Yeah, so if you want to get on, you just let me know, reach out, and we'll set some things up. I wish we could have got this going early in the year, but hey, better late than never. Doug, thank you so much again. Michael Davis, Doug Knight on Bobcat Sports Live on the NFHS and the Bobcat Sports Live Network.